Hey, how's it going guys? Jackson here with Toasty DIY, and today we're going to be doing a review of the XLC02 from Makita. So this is from the LXT lineup, which is on the 18 volt, and there's a few different variants. You can get some with batteries, some with the charger, some without. It also comes in the black and white variant that I believe typically comes with the lower amp hour battery. I got as just the tool, if I remember correct, and it did come with like the nice wide sweeper floor attachment. And I really wish I could find that. I'm sure it's probably actually somewhere in this garage. Maybe I'll find it during this video. But right now I just have the standard chisel tip nozzle on here, just for getting in like tight spaces. But I found that this vacuum has enough power where I pretty much can just run that exclusively. It has this little holder right here, which is nice, that is normally meant for holding that little chisel tip. While you have a different nozzle on, you can also take that attachment off and you can have a little bit wider area for vacuuming stuff up. You can also take it off right from here. If you want it to be shorter, you can attach this straight to that. You can attach really any of their nozzles straight to this, which is pretty nice. So to go over some of the quick tech specs that I really like about this, the overall vacuum is only 18 3/4 of an inch. So it's basically a hand vacuum that you can use as a full-size stand-up vacuum. It is bagless, so we'll get into that in just a minute, but really nice filtration system that I really like. And it's very rugged, so you can suck up sawdust and metal shavings and all kinds of things and not really have to worry about that. The motor delivers up to 46 CFM. You can get about 33 minutes of continuous use. So that's not like on and off. That's just basically holding down that trigger. Now that's another thing I like about this vacuum. You don't have to flip a switch on and off. You have this really, really lightweight trigger, very, very easy to pull, and you literally can just hold this down for as long or as short as you want. Now I'm running an 18 volt 5 amp hour battery, and I think, yeah, this one's not even actually a Makita brand. I do always, by the way, recommend getting Makita if you can, or if you have any other brands. There is adapters for these as well. I'll try to link some of those for you guys. So you can run like a DeWalt, a Bosch battery, really anything you want, as long as it's the right voltage and everything. Another thing about this is it only weighs about 3.2 pounds, and that's with a 5 amp hour battery. So that's pretty impressive as far as the weight goes. And this also comes with a 3-year limited warranty, which definitely is not bad. So those are some of the basic quick tech specs. And if you guys want to see the exact model here, it is in fact the XLC02, which I think is what most of them are going to say. It's just, if you go on Makita's website, you'll notice all of them have slightly different submodels. And that's because, like I said, they come in a couple different variants and you can get like different attachments with them. Some come with batteries, some don't. Like I said, you can basically, that's not what I want to do. You can disconnect it straight from here. It just uses friction and kind of just slides in there. And then it also, like I said, disconnects from there. So you basically just, if I remember correctly, you just get this one, I guess you'd call it hose or extension. You get the one chisel tip, and then you should get the little floor sweeper. As you can see, I have used mine. This is actually about a year old now. So one thing I also like is inside here, sorry it's a little dirty, you have a little flapper here, so it's like a nice one-way stop. It's kind of like a piece of rubber basically with a screw holding it in, so it is easily replaceable. You could probably make your own if you wanted to. Nice and see-through, so you can see how much stuff you have built up in here. Now that's what I was talking about. I do like this filter a lot because you have basically like a mesh slash, I guess almost like a foam on the inside, and then on the outside you had this nice micro catcher, I guess you'd call it. It's basically like a thin, it's as thin as like tissue almost, but it's probably waterproof if I had to guess. Both of these might actually be waterproof. I don't believe this is designed for wet vacuuming. And then you have one big filter right here that, you know, if it was me, how I'll probably treat this is I'm literally just gonna every so often take my air compressor, blow this out. This should be able to be used for hundreds of hours, as long as you're not, like I said, using it for a lot of more wet situations where you could ruin the filter and get, get it a little moldy or mildewy. Battery slides in and out nice and easily. It can fit pretty much any size. I actually have I think a 9 amp hour over here. I don't even know if Makita themselves actually sell one of these. Zach actually got me this for like Christmas or a birthday, and yeah, this is like ridiculous. But 9 amp hour, obviously this one's not Makita brand, but hey, it fits and it works. So obviously the more amp hours you have, typically, well, once you get over about 2 amp hours, you are gonna notice a little bit more efficiency. You're gonna notice a little bit higher power. So I do recommend going with, like, I would say at least a 3 or 4 amp hour, but it does recommend a 5 if you wanna just get the most time out of it, the quickest action, and probably the most sucking power. But anything above 5 obviously would be even better. Now the filter, sorry, not the filter, the cartridge just kind of spins back on. You can put it upside down, which I appreciate. I like that it's just a rugged tool, you know, there's not really anything you have to do. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. So I definitely appreciate that when it's not an all-fits one. It's got a ton of dust here. So we're gonna go ahead and use this and clean up the table real quick. Let me go ahead and put the camera back some. All right, let's go ahead and get this dust off the table. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's not like it's not the quickest vacuum or anything. You know, you can tell the motor spins at a little bit lower RPM. It's only, what was it, like 45, 46 CFM. So it's not like an insane vacuum by any means, but in terms of how much this can kind of cram and hold, like I use this to, you know, whenever I have to like clean my boat, or like if I'm working in the other garage and I'm, you know, making a ton of metal shavings and wood shavings and stuff, I love just getting this out real quick and just, you know, using it to do like a nice light cleaning. I don't expect it to run like a full-on, you know, $100+ shop vac that is like a, you know, 2 or 3 horsepower or anything, but it does get the job done for portable and, you know, light messes. Or if you just simply can't get to vacuum, you could use it for heavy messes. That's actually, I bought this vacuum when I was selling my last house before I moved to the new one, because I needed to clean the whole house and it had no power. I needed something like in a pinch. I didn't have any other way besides getting a Makita vacuum, because I run Makita tools. So I already had, you know, plenty of batteries lying around. I probably have like 10 batteries. So yeah, I kind of needed to run it. And like I said, I will put as many adapters as I can in the description, but let's go ahead and just test this thing out now, because you guys have gotten enough talking. Let's see how well it works in different situations. So the first thing that I'm going to be testing on is probably one of the things that you really shouldn't use this for, and you probably won't use it for, but I'm just going to try to suck up some of these bigger leaves. All right, so that one already needed a little bit of help, but I was able to get it in there, so that's something. I'm trying to be selective because obviously, like, let's just see what happens here. Yeah, that one's gonna need to be like broken down a little more if I want to get that one. But I mean, hey, for smaller leaves, it's not bad. I know some people do have, you know, certain situations where you got a lot of smaller leaves in a material like this. Now, here's kind of a next test. This is a, I guess you call it like a washable doormat, so it's like all like a rubber material. First, I'm gonna try with no nozzle. I'm just gonna do this spot right here. Let's see if we can get in those cracks. Okay, so I mean, kind of, you know, it's not like amazing or anything, but I will say whenever I've ran a normal vacuum over this, it doesn't do much better. But it does get the bigger stuff out, so that's definitely good. So now I'm running it on the shortened mode, and so this is something I have to actually do pretty often. This is the like intake for the, or I used to call it the register, for our furnace, and yeah, it gets really hairy. Between having 2 dogs, and one's a husky and then a really long-haired cat, and a short-haired one, it gets very, very dusty and dirty, so let's go ahead and try this out. So we got a baby gate here, a nice tight spot to test. Well, I think all that can breathe again. That looks like it did pretty good. Let's just go around and just suck up some, I call them hair chunks or hair balls, you know? Oh, here's a challenge. All right. Cat door. When I just really don't feel like getting out a shop vac and plugging it in and undoing the hose and undoing the cord and having to make sure that it's cleaned out. Because, you know, shop vacs are a little bit more of a hassle to clean. This super easy. Well, actually, I'll put it back on the tripod here in a second. We'll empty what we got. Yeah, super easy to clean, super easy to change batteries. It's just an easy device to use. So I really like it just for like the on-the-go portable stuff. It'd be a great thing, you know, especially if you're like a contractor on the go, whether it's carpenter, electrician, plumber, welder. This would be an awesome thing to have. You know, in your truck or car, or, you know, with your crew, especially if you run Makita tools already. And like I said, if you don't, adapters, you know, if it's like a Bosch or any of the other brands out there, DeWalt, are just a little too expensive, or maybe you can't find one, you need one in a pinch, you can always get one of these and just have those adapters on hand. All right, let's see what we get out of this. So we're just gonna turn it. Oh yeah. So there goes a big, just giant ball of like hair and dust and sawdust and whatnot. And then for the filter, I'm just gonna take it and just give it a, yeah, and as you can see, I mean, could use a little more cleaning for sure, just to help it get all of like the micro material out, but that's good enough for now, you know, just so we can get back to cleaning with it and everything. But yeah, overall, you know, my review, I definitely give it a good review. But yeah, guys, so that's my little review slash video of this thing. I'm very sorry I could not find the full sweeper attachment. That actually would have been pretty darn useful to have, especially when you're doing larger areas. I more of just showed you guys how it works, you know, in terms of using the like crevice or chisel tool to get in the tighter spaces. But yeah, when I had that little broom attachment, that's actually what I used for the whole house. Might have even left it there, I don't know. And it worked really well for just getting up, like I said, just dusting and stuff like that. You know, don't expect it to do what like a full-size house vacuum or giant shop vac will do, but in terms of running a little battery for 33 minutes straight, I think this thing's amazing, and I think it's very efficient, very powerful for its size. I do recommend it. Links in the description down below will be an affiliate link, and it will help us out. Like I said, I'll link some adapters and maybe some other accessories that I like from Makita as well, because I do have a ton of Makita products. So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.